One of the things I wanted to kind of backstep on with the Raspberry Pi, as I'm slowly starting to get caught up on all my notes and video blogs, um, is the basic hardware setup. Um, and again, from elinux.org, I'm getting a ton of information from there. It has some great information on what you're going to need if you just got the basic board. And for the most part, it's not a considerable amount. I had most of the stuff laying around the house until I got dedicated cables and gear for it. So, of course, the board, and then an SD card. I was looking over some of the minimum requirements. It looks like a 2 gig card minimum is more than enough. I mean, is enough. Although for $5 you can get yourself a 4 gig SDHC card off of Newegg. That's where I get a lot of my gear. If I don't go to the local electronics store, I try to avoid. I don't even want to remember the name of the place. At any rate, Best Buy. Yeah, I don't go to them as often as I can. So now also a USB keyboard, preferably nothing that draws power. I'll show you what I used initial setup. I'm actually not using anything now since I'm remoting in through VNC and also SSH. The power supply, with the boards that are now, which are revision B, they say that you need to have a minimum of, it's got to have 5 volts and a minimum of 700 milliamps. I found that a 1,000 milliamps or 1 amp is more than sufficient to get some overclocking testing in and still have very stable OS, very stable chipset. And a USB mouse, again, nothing that requires any power drain. A nice simple USB mouse is more than enough. I've even seen some people that are using a small form factor USB keyboard with a glide pad on it. I was actually thinking of doing that. Kind of glad I didn't since I don't use them anymore now. And then USB Wi-Fi adapter would be ideal. I haven't gotten that yet, but I do have it plugged into my network. Powered USB hub, another thing I haven't gotten yet. I think I've got one. I might actually start using it now that I don't use the mouse and keyboard anymore. They have some new cases that are out. If you go onto raspberrypi.org, you'll see some of the things that they have. Element 14, I believe it's a site where they sell everything through, which is also where I purchased the Pi. And SD card reader, you're going to need that for programming your SD card with the OS, as I mentioned in one of my previous vlogs. Goes through on what you need to set it up, the links of where different places you need, keyboard or mouse information, the display needs to be either HDMI or need to have composite video input. HDMI worked fine for me. I happen to have an extra port on one of my monitors. Heck, I'm gonna plug it up to the 60-inch television to see what kind of resolution I can get out of it. It's supposed to be phenomenal for using it as a media center, so I'm looking forward to that, especially it does 1080p. Should be fine. More information on the power supply. Your cables, of course, if you're going to use HDMI, you need that cable. Micro B USB cable is what it needs to power off of. Let's see, heatsink. I just saw that for the first time. That's actually kind of funny, but maybe as you go further into higher overclocking, you might need that. But this chipset gets no warmer than the old video cards used to. The old VGA video cards. Doesn't get warm at all. It's slightly warm to the touch right now, and I've got overclocked to 800. And then there's some expansion and whatnot. They have quick layout of the different, what the different ports are, and I'll show you mine. It's not the best video for it, but I haven't gotten a better resolution camera right now. It's not the main one. And As you can see, I've got the SD card here. I have had the HDMI port here, which obviously I'm not using. The Cat 5 cable for the network. The two USBs, the mouse, the keyboard. Like I said, I don't use them, so I can actually unplug them. I just haven't done it yet. You also have a audio jack out, and then here's your composite audio jack out, composite video, some activity lights. 3 of them are just for the network alone. Red power light, and there's also an activity light, or it's called OK light. Sorry, they're blurry. Like I said, I don't have a better camera quite yet. Waiting for one to come up on Newegg. GPIO, which one just came loose. No big deal. Actually, put that back in. Pin 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And then there's some more information on the pinouts. And that's the basic layout, basic what you need to get started. Like I said, I had most of it laying around the house. I actually powered this up originally with a 750. It was great for getting it started, but it's the 1 amp worked much better. Like I said, there's your CPU. She's a little warm, not air cooled is more than enough right now. Probably up to maybe a 900 megahertz on the overclocking, and then might want to look at a little bit better cooling. So that is the setup. Just wanted to put that out there.